Thanks, Dave. Top in the news this morning. Mounties are investigating after a woman in her 20s was hit and killed by a train in Cochrane. It happened around 6 o'clock last night near River Avenue near the Cochrane RCMP detachment. In fact, officers say they were alerted to something being wrong after hearing a train horn for an extended period of time. The woman was walking on the tracks. She didn't respond to the horn, and while the freight train tried to stop, just couldn't. Police are waiting for video from the train to confirm if the woman was wearing headphones when she was hit. Headphones were found nearby. Officials investigating the fatal shootings of 4 Marines in Chattanooga, Tennessee say no one saw it coming. The FBI says they don't know the motive for the shootings, which are being called an act of domestic terrorism.
We are just beginning this investigation. We will explore that option. But at this point, we don't have anything that directly ties him to an international terrorist organization.
A Kuwait-born gunman unleashed a barrage of fire at a recruiting center and another U.S. military site yesterday before being killed by police. Officials say it doesn't appear Mohammed Yusuf Abdulaziz was known to federal law enforcement before the attack. A search of the gunman's computer has not turned up any extensive online presence. Investigators also have not uncovered evidence suggesting Abdulaziz was directly inspired by ISIS.
We, the jury, find the defendant, James Egan Holmes, guilty of murder in the first degree after deliberation.
James Holmes' trial enters a new phase next week, the question whether he should be sentenced to death for his crimes. The 27-year-old found guilty of killing 12 people and wounding 70 others during a midnight movie almost exactly 3 years ago. Jurors rejecting the idea that Holmes was legally insane when he opened fire on 400 people. Well, back here at home in Ontario, a judge will rule today on a challenge to the Harper government's new voter identification rules. The Council of Canadians, Canadian Federation of Students, and 3 voters maintain the rules are unconstitutional. A key issue, whether people should be able to use voter information cards as ID at the polls. The government says the changes are needed to prevent voter fraud, but those filing the challenge argue parts of the Fair Elections Act could disenfranchise thousands of people. Well, a public hearing is set for City Hall on Monday as the city gets a final look at a proposal for a brand new community that would complement Haskayne Legacy Park and Glenbow Ranch Provincial Park in the northwest. The proposed development would be built on the edge of Tuscany along the Bow River. The new community would include a full range of housing, commercial, recreation, and public spaces.
We're really anxious to get this park online. I have to say, as the Ward 1 councillor, we are really fortunate in Northwest Calgary because we have the Bowness Park, Shodice Park, Bulford Park, we have the upper slopes of the Pascapoo, and now we're going to have the Haskayne. So we're very fortunate to have all these parks.
There have already been 4 open houses on the proposed community. The plan will be presented to City Council on Monday.